to have to join with you the final pitching for your course in design thinking, and we are so happy. We as a team, including thầy Vũ, cô Thủy, and myself, have so happy to go through the course of design thinking with you. Due to COVID-19, unfortunately, you couldn't go to school, but you have several months to work with us and work with your team members. And today, it's so, for me, I feel so excited and look forward to watch and to see your final presentation. As I share with you sometime in the course, why design thinking is taught in the US for MBA program, but at VNUK we would like to offer this course for the first year students. The reason why is because design thinking is so much important for our life, for ourselves, and for the society. Whatever you do, whenever you do, if you understand deeply the user, the customer, the colleagues, the friends, then you will make the story successful. And from the first year, we would like you to understand the approach of design thinking so that you can employ this approach along the way until you finish your program and even into your real life. In the way you do any work, in the way you work with your friend, and in the way you work with your teachers, your lecturers, and especially your family. So we wish that with this course, you will change. You have changed, and you will change the way you work with the others. And more important, you will think more about you're gonna work for society and for human. And we also very glad that you understand so far the design thinking approach. And the final presentation today will show how you deeply understand the pain and the problems of the end users. And the second point I would like to share with you is today is not the destination, is the main point. But I believe you have gone, that is the wonderful journey that you gone through with us and with your team members. And this journey doesn't end yet. We believe that you will use this project to continue to improve your project and to improve the solution, and you're gonna satisfy more for your end users. And who knows, in the future you will have many projects and will support more for the customer and for the end users. And by take these terms, I would like to say thank you so much for thầy Vũ and cô Thủy, who have so much many experience and very deep love for education and spend a lot of time with us. And I often say, like, we lose the brain whenever we provide you with the comments every single section. But I enjoy so much to work with you, thầy Vũ and cô Thủy, and of course with the students. And I know that we have so many fans, like Mr. Stephen, and thầy Long, supported so much for our students. And that makes sense so much for us and for the class. And finally, today we are so pleased to have wonderful judge, Mr. Giorgio Palato. Can you please give a big hand for Giorgio? So Giorgio did MBA in the US, and he's so excellent to work with cô Thủy to have a startup, successful small, but I believe that was a successful startup. And Mr. Giorgio did give us a wonderful speech on how he employed design thinking in his project. And the second judge, who are my friend and big friend of VNUK, ongoing support for VNUK student, Mr. Sun Ho Park. He is a successful businessman in Da Nang with with some businesses in hospitality, and some of you, the major student from hospitality and tourism, will meet Mr. Song Ho very often in the future. And the third one, I would like you to give big hand for Mr. Steve Latman. Steve Latman is serial entrepreneur, and of course you met him in a session where also Steve did give you how he employed design thinking in several projects he employed before. And now Steve has strong passion for Vietnam and for entrepreneurship in Vietnam. And Steve also has a lot of experience for startup in the US and in Vietnam. And last but not least, I often share with you our special lecturer, Dr. Đặng Đức Long. I often share with you, this is the wisest man I met in the world. He gonna give you many great comments so that you can improve your project afterward. And I talk too much, I think, but that's enough, and that is time for you. I would like you all stand up and say hello to the committee. I would like to invite Galaxy Group with Air Future Project. Hello. You come up with the idea and passion to protect environment. The next group is S Beauties. Hello, S Beauties. Yeah, with the love for the children, care for the children, this project come up with the device to protect the children. The third one is VNUK. And VNUK is a group with a lot of dedication for their project with the device to help people to sleep more. And I guess last night Steve couldn't sleep. And I think they're gonna give you great solution today. Yeah, and the fourth one is Neoji. Hello, Neoji. Neoji come with us with the device to help the children to support for the health of their parents. We look forward to see your great presentation today. And FOB, welcome FOB. FOB also care for the health of the human by providing a kind of device to support the food balance. Last but not least, Priceless. Hello, and Priceless will come with us the idea and devise the solution to bring the convenience for the shoppers and entertainer. And I believe you can't wait to look to see the presentation of the groups. And I would like to invite number 5. Is the first one. Number 5 is the FOB. Yeah. And I would like to share with you about the rubric for today. You're gonna have 500 points, 100 points for presentation, which means like eye contact and voice and the standing point, slide, everything regarding to your presentation. The second one is the very most important with 300 points is a prototype. And the last one is the committee will listen to how you iterate your project with the testing, the market test. Okay, thank you. That with 100.
Hello everyone, we are VNUK team, and today let us introduce our product, VNUK app. And we came up with this idea from 3 problems that we summarized by interviewing. The first I would like to say about adjusting new ingredients. Most of interviewees want to watch their portion size and control ingredients meal of each meal because they are trying to restrict their diseases. And the second, another people who understand exactly what they need, but they don't know how to respond their demands. And for the rest, they can take criticism about their body, and after that they constrain themselves to overwhelming slimming, and it's really harmful to health. However, among those people, they don't do that way, and they still have a diet properly and work out regularly to stay stronger. So from this problem, we probably will help them to improve a part of their life.
So now we will show you the problem we come up with. Our solution is for the app. It is a app on the iOS or Android standard. The user need to download it and then open. The first step, they need to log in this app by using email or Facebook, like this. The first screen of the app will show the user some information about their address, sales, recent news, or healthy magazines, where they can read some useful information for their health, as well as how to take care of their body. It also includes the personal profile, where they can check for shipping, recent news, or the history. I will talk about shipping and recent news later, History is the block that user can check for their last choosing. And now I will demo this app, how to use this app. We come back to the first screen and press on Start button. The user needs to answer 3 questions. The first question is, what age group you belong to? Now I am 19, so I will choose the group 10 to 20. The next question is, choose nutrition you want to apply to your meal. For example, I will choose protein, vitamin D, and vitamin B. The final question is, what are my desires? Maybe now I just want to give it, so I will click on block give it. Then the app will calculate, compare with the initial data, and after a few seconds, it will return us some suitable restaurant that can respond to our requirement before. This shows some information about number of suitable food and its price. For example, I will choose the TRINH restaurant. This menu shows us some information about our suitable food and its price. I can check for information of each kind of food by clicking on Info block. It will show the percentage of nutrition in our food. I can check the second one similarly, like this. Then I will choose my food by click on its block and click order. And each kind of food, I just want to eat 1 serving. It's enough for me. Click order. Now I have 2 ways to order this food. The first is come to the restaurant or order through shipper. Maybe now I'm so lazy, I just want to stay at home and waiting for the shipper. I click on block order through shipper. Then it will show some information about my food as well as the cost for it. And I click order. And this order will be saved on the personal device as I mentioned before. Moreover, we can choose another type of ordering by using come to the restaurant block. This means that on the food that you have ordered before will be saved on this QR code. This type of order have 2 benefits. The first benefit for customer is that they will save the time wasting for choosing food. It means when they come to the restaurant, they don't need to read all the menu one more time. They just need to show the QR code, and then the restaurant will know what to do next. The second benefit is for us. This means we could know this customer come to this restaurant by using our app. And this QR code will be also saved on the personal item. And this is for the user and for the restaurant. The owner of the restaurant also be supplied an account for the app. So you just need to log in this. And the first screen of the restaurant will show some information about total customer this month or this day, the revenue or top 5 hot deal this month. And for scanning the QR code, they need to press on Start button. And then the information of customer will show on the screen, and they just need to do this food. Now I go back to the slide. For first time using this app, the user needs approximately more than 5 minutes to complete all the app. But when they use it more frequently, this time will reduce significantly to approximately around 2 minutes.
So who is our potential customer? We will focus on the group of people who are 20 years old or older and who spend their time for workout. Why we choose this group of people? Because they have financial condition to afford their demand, and moreover they're aware that how important the food is to affect their health. So the next thing is our specific feedback from our interview. The first one is led to THUYóm student, and the next person is TRԻNH, and the next.
Now I would like to introduce the collaboration part of VNUK. Yeah, nutrients are the core value and foundation of VNUK. Therefore, we have paid a lot of attention to developing the nutritionist team. To become one of the members of nutritionist team, they have to meet two requirements. Firstly, they have been having a high professional degree, at least the master degree. Secondly, having an experience work at the major hospitals or the nutrition companies. And the next one is the work plan of the nutritionist team. Every month they have to go to the restaurant with VNUK collaborate and check the nutrition in the food. After that, they have to report the result for VNUK. Besides developing the nutritionist team, collaborating with restaurant is one of the most important things that VNUK concerned. We will not collaborate with all the restaurants on the market. Instead, we only collaborate with the quality restaurants that they meet the standard we set out. They need to have the certificate of food hygiene and safety, or the certificate from other organizations like WHO. Yeah, and we work on with the restaurant more contract. If they don't provide enough the quality news of the consumer, or they have any problem about their nutrition, we will cancel the contract. And on the contrary, if they follow the terms of the contract, we are sure that both sides have their certain benefits.
With the strong development of the service industries, the economic opportunities open to us is enormous. First of all, we saw gross revenues is increased year by year, and by 2020, this number is estimated to be more $2 billion. And moreover, the amount of money gained from goods in the world by 2020 is projected to be over $7 billion by 2020. And finally, we saw the number of smartphone users in the world increased sharply, and by 2020, this number is to be reached to 6 billion users in the world. As investors have seen, this is an extremely abundant and potential market. So we want to hit this market to expand and develop our products. And the next one, our revenue comes from four main sources. The first one is come from the cooperations with the restaurant system, and the next one is come from advertising on website or applications. And finally, we will receive some cost from shipping and collaborations with magazines about production promotion, because this means we both increase the reader and make sure the aware of our products and make it more popular. Yeah, this is our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Do you have 5 minutes for Q&A? Please.
Okay, so I have a first question. You have a lot of detail, it's great, but could you summarize for me that 1 or 2 attractiveness of your program? Why people use this? Could you just 1 or 2 features?
Thank you for asking this question. Our unique selling point is now we can order through Grab or Foodie, but there is not any standard to order food that order suitable food for each kind of customer. It means that in this year the coronavirus has damaged our global health, so this increased our awareness about how important health to us. But we saw that in the market they just order food by the price or something about taste. But we want to supply a type of ordering that can supply suitable food and customized food for each type of customer.
Very good. Very cool. I'm curious to. Okay, yeah. I'm curious to know a little bit about your iterative testing. So, maybe what kind of things were you planning to do, and then you receive some feedback and decide to change based on the user feedback?
We saw to feedback from the customer, but maybe it's a positive feedback. Yeah. We also receive some negative one, and they said that as I mentioned before, the customer need to answer 3 questions. The first is what's a product. The second is the nutrition you want to apply, and what's in your dessert. But the last person we use another kind of question is what do you have any problem with your health? My teacher and also my friends told me that this question is not good enough to apply to this app because we cannot make sure the quality of food could be have any impact on their health. Another improvement in that. Another improvement is that the first time we use this app, we just use some the app does not have any color and any picture, just so the customer. And then we change it to the way to have customer more interesting by using this app. The last improvement is that we supply 2 kinds of ordering for customer. The first time we just want to supply customer the order by using come to the restaurant. But when we have feedback from customer that if he's so lazy, he don't want to come to this restaurant, what can we do? Then I supply another kind.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the design of the app. So
thank you.
Yeah, it was great presentation. So a few questions, like who is your main target and what do you want to get from this app? Like it's not a charity, so you want to change their like lifestyle or you want to make a better like profit? And how you want to make the profit from this if this is like a charity app? Main target. Main user. Who is your main target? And if what do you want to do with this app? Like you want to change the people lifestyle or you want to make the profit? So if you want to make profit, how you want to make it from this?
Excuse me, can we have a little minute? Please. But our answers is we have two purpose to use this app. The first one is change the lifestyle, change the way the customer order food, and profit from this app because we, from our perspective, if we want to earn money from customer, we need to supply them some benefits, and this is change the way customer order food.
The main target?
Who's your target market? Like senior people, young people, like you, like I
So like 22 years old.
Our potential customer are people who are older than 22 because they have enough knowledge, awareness, and money to take care for their health, and they know how important healthy body to them.
You guys did a good job. It's really hard to go first, right? It makes you nervous to go first. You guys did a really good job. And I want to give you 3 comments, and then I'm going to ask a question. Okay? So when you're presenting, you guys, make sure that you're looking the audience in the eyes. You guys were reading your slides or looking at the computer. Look at the audience, right? So we feel like we're part of your discussion. Okay, it's really important. The second comment is that in the UI UX. It needs to be personalized. We all have so many apps now that we use that we need to feel like that they're personalizing it for us. So the experience needs to feel like they're only talking to me, right? That the app is only communicating. And I only know because I'm going through a very similar UI/UX design right now with Airbnb, and it's got to feel personalized, right? I got to feel like you're approaching me and you're communicating with me, not just everyone generically. The other thing in your presentation, slow down. Slow down. I know you're nervous though, I know it. You're first, it's a big crowd, he's scary, he's really scary, so slow down, right? The other thing is I don't think Grab is a good benchmark of the other ones as a market size because number one, they lose money, right? And you don't want to associate yourself with something that's losing money, right? You need to make money. Otherwise, you're not a business, right? So my question is, did you do the market research before you came up with the concept and the idea? And how did you do the market research? What was the population, the age, the lifestyle of the people that you approached when you did your market research? Did you identify that it was actually a problem? That the market was wanting to a product to solve a solution for that problem. Does that make sense?
As I understand your question is you will do the research for package first or come up with the idea first?
I hope that you did market research first before you built product, right? So the question is who did you do that research with? Did you do it only with people in the university, or did you go out to, under 22 to 35, 35 and older, and people with different lifestyles, maybe not athletic, right? That's my question.
I understand the question. Before we come up with this idea, we interviewed around 30 people, and it's verified in many different age, occupation, and sexual, and
so I will answer who did we interview. We interviewed many kind of job for student and office worker, and who is the dad or mother, and who still work at the officer, and many kind of job. But we want to focus the potential customer is the people who are 20 years old, because we want to know how our app work, and we will broaden our app to another customer.
Yes, okay.
Thank you so much for the first word. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. Big hand for the first word. Like Steve mentioned, it's quite hard to be the first one, but now in the next and the remaining one, I think I wish you do better in terms of how you present. Okay, the next one, I would like to invite Neo G to come up.
Hello everyone, we are NEOG. Welcome to our presentation, and this is our team. We after conducting some surveys, we come to two main problems. Firstly, with the children, they are too busy and they rarely have time for family, especially their parents. And secondly, the elderly. Most of the part they have trouble in remembering things. Also, they really want to find some happiness in their life. So this is our design challenge. How might we take care of not only mentally but also physically life of the elderly. We also have some deep conversation with our interviewee, and some of them really touched our soul. Miss Thảo, an old woman, said that she wants to be independent instead of disturbing her children. And Miss Hồng, he is a businessman. He said that his work is more important than his parents. It doesn't mean that he completely doesn't care about his family just because his work is too busy, and it is very hard for them to balance between his work and his family. So this is our market problem. We have researched and find out a project graph present the projected AMI population for 65 plus year old seniors. AMI means age associated impairment, memory impairment. And as you can see here, the number of the elderly who catch this disease keeps growing up over the time frame. As a result, they will be our potential customer in the future.
And so with the problem, we came up with an idea. With a bangle, we can remind for the elderly and measure the health vital. And this is our first design. It doesn't have the touch screen, it also has a button. And in our first test to the customer, they said that with the button of the bangle, it could be get dressed easily with the button, and the button will become warm over time. And with the design, it cannot waterproof. After that, we come back and redesign the bangle. We designed it should have a touch screen, but it also have the easy symbol to show the main operation. And we test it again and continue. We have some feedback. It's not aesthetic. The screen is too big and it looks like a watch. They don't like it. And with all the reaction, feedback, and the journey of view of the interviewee, we finally complete the design, and our product look like this. We test it again, and we get some opinion. It's easy to use, and it looks much more beautiful than the previous one. And they also said when they wear the bangle, it looks so trendy, and they feel like they are getting closer to the young generation. And our product has some main functions. As you can see, the first is about the reminders. It means that you can set the reminder by talking to the bangle. The second is about the monitoring health vitals like blood pressure and body temperature. And the question. Besides that, we also develop the entertainment like radio and song. And the last but not least, we develop the disease prediction. The disease predictions and the disease prediction is applied the machine learning technology in order to warn the children, the app user, about the risk and the possible disease of the parent in the coming 1 week. In the coming 1 week, and as a result, the machine learning is in the process of development. It is collecting the data of the people who are sick, specifically here in hypertension, and applied to our product. It will read the health vital of the bangle user to predict the disease. So we also prepared 3D models of our products. As you can see that our product is made of medical rubbers, so it's very
to use and it's not cause any allergies and uncomfortable for the audience. So we also have developed a medical care apps for the children. As you can see, these are main functions of the apps. First is the monitoring location for the parents, health record of medical users, helpful information on common disease, and finally is regular offline meeting schedule.
About the regular offline meeting schedule, there are opportunity for our user to learn more about the disease. There are some experienced doctors come with us and share about the disease. So let me show you about our plan review. Our device is low price and one-time payment. And whenever our user forgets to wear the bangle, our device will beep in several times in day. Our device is with on main function we mentioned before. Our device is easily set reminder and can monitor the location. So it helps our customer to maintain health and safety, live independently, and connect to family members. The last, our device help our customer to remember to have giving medicine by when they want. They can set reminder by talking to it, and it can be reminded of things by the sound of loved one. So it helps our customer communicate with the children.
So we also conduct some surveys into some company that has this products whose products has the same function as our product. First is the Philips Lifeline, second is the Reminder Rosie, and as you can see here, our products is rated highest. And one function that makes our device stand out of the others is a function called disease prediction, which can predict the user the disease based on some available data. And it means that instead of searching on Google for some uncertain results, you can base on our device for a more accurate result. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention. We will